sale sign on the front window. Prel shampoo and Colgate toothpaste were listed. 2 for the price of 1, but the girls weren't interested. They shrugged as they continued down the shady street, past a hardware store so quaint it looked just as it would have 50 years earlier. Daniel Hawthorne sat on an old rocker under the front window, smoking his pipe. Next to him was a barrel of rakes and shovels, and huge bags of grass seed, the first and only clue that the building was indeed a hardware store. Mrs. Hawthorne believed in starched curtains, as did most of the shopkeepers. But curtains in a hardware store? Please. "Well, girls, here we are," Allison said, her voice sounding jittery. She made a pretext of looking inside the tea room before sitting down on the white-painted bench in front of a bow window adorned with limp, checkered curtains. Half barrels that had been painted white were full of flowers so colorful they looked like a rainbow in a circle graced each side of the bench. Everyone said Hattie and Mattie Moss had a green thumb and would have been better off operating a flower shop instead of a tea house. Of course, no one said that to their faces. Jill Davis wiped at her perspiring face. Her hair was plastered to her forehead. "Are we going to stay out here or go inside where it might be a tad cooler? I hate this damn humidity. Look at me, I'm drenched," she complained. Allison got up off the bench, looking up and down the street. Her hand snaked out to the ornate doorknob. A bell tinkled as she walked through, Jill and Gwen following. She stepped to the side to allow the others more standing room and give her eyes time to get used to the dim interior. Her hand went automatically to her glasses to adjust them on her sweaty face. Her friends did the same. Allison led the way to the back of the tea room, where a small cluster of empty tables waited. Overhead, paddle fans whirred noisily. Even in the dimness, dust at least half an inch thick coated the blades as they whirled around. Gwen sneezed, not once but 3 times, as she took her seat at the small, round, wrought-iron table. Her eyes started to water behind her thick glasses. "We should have gone to Dominic's Pizza Parlor. This place is disgusting," Gwen grumbled as she cleaned her glasses with the hem of her skirt. "Too noisy at Dominic's. Look around. No one is here. It's the middle of the afternoon, and we have the place to ourselves. We don't actually have to drink the tea or eat the sandwiches. We've been coming here for years when we had important things to discuss. It's a tradition," Allison said, her voice sounding defensive. "Well, let's get to it so we can get out of here. It's just as hot inside as it is outside. I swear, I am going to move to Colorado first chance I get, and I'm never coming back to this place," Jill whined. "Well, I'll come back for a reunion, but that's it." Hattie, or maybe it was Mattie, clomped her way to their table, a pad of paper and a pencil in her hand. Her ample bosom heaved with the effort of having walked across the room. "Hello, ladies," she chirped. "What can I get for you today?" "We'll have 3 iced teas and some of your famous rice cakes," Allison said. "No rice cakes today, ladies. We do have some store-bought cookies if your sweet tooth can tolerate them," Hattie or Mattie chirped again. No, just the iced tea then." Hattie or Mattie grimaced as she painstakingly wrote down the order before trundling off to the back of the tea house. "Okay, why are we here?" Gwen asked as she patted at her perspiring neck with a paper napkin. She yanked at the collar of her yellow blouse, which looked soaking wet. Allison looked across the table at her 2 friends. She sucked in her breath, then exhaled in a loud swoosh. She took a second deep breath as she leaned across the table. Her voice dropped to a hoarse whisper. "We're going to rob the bank I work in. I can't do it myself, so that means I need your help, and we split the proceeds 3 ways. Think of it as 3 for the money. In this case, we're talking about bearer bonds. You in or out?" She flopped back in her chair as her classmates stared at her, their mouths hanging open. Jill's plump fingers grasped the edge of the table. Her whole body started to shake. "In or out of what?" she gasped. "With me or against me," Allison said. "Gwen?" "When you rob a bank, you go to jail. Where did you get an idea like this? I wouldn't do well."